all day. I am warming the taco meat because it's Taco Tuesday. But guess what? We're not having tacos. I am going to be putting together some sheet pan nachos. Sheet pan nachos and some Tex-Mex bowls. Y'all have to come up and help me come up with a better name, but that's what we're going for over here. I'm on my weight loss journey, but we can still have good tasting food, right? It's full of fiber, full of fresh vegetables, full of high protein, all of the things. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me. It's KendyK all day. So let's get cooking, friends. Let's get this party started while we make this sheet pan nachos. Sheet pan nachos and Tex-Mex bowls. So this is a sheet pan meal. I am warming. I pre-cooked my 85-15 ground beef. This is clearly a 30-minute meal. I appreciate you joining me. This is KendyK all day. KendyK is cooking live. And I've got the stove heating up for our sheet pan nachos. And I have got the stove heating up for our sheet pan nachos. And then I've got our bowls and things ready. We're going to do meal prep some bowls for the rest of the week. Thank y'all for joining me. It's KendyK all day. So this is just ground beef, 85-15 ground beef that I picked up at Sam's Club in bulk. And I cooked it earlier in the day during my lunch hour. I appreciate those who joined me on that live stream. And y'all, these are some of my meal prepped, diced green, yellow, red, orange bell peppers. I added that to these and some diced onions. And then I just added some Old El Paso taco seasoning to this. So I've got my taco meat. I'm just warming this back up. I've got black beans over here. And let me grab some parchment paper. I wonder, y'all. I may have to just line this pan. Nope, I think I got some, y'all. I'm gonna use these little air fryer liners. I don't know, which do y'all think I should use? The air fryer liners to make the sheet pan nachos? Or maybe I should just line it with foil. So that'll make for easier cleanup. So we're going to do sheet pan nachos and we're going to do Tex-Mex bowls. Both are full of protein, but just give me something a little bit different. And I've got the stove I've got the oven heating up to 350. But my meat is already hot. I'm warming it now on the stove top. Welcome in, friends. Hey there, Steven. So I'm making sheet pan nachos, beef sheet pan nachos. But you can certainly use any protein that you want, including tofu, steak, chicken. It all works. Y'all, this is my little sheet pan, and I am just, it's a Nordic ware. Little bitty sheet pan for one. It actually goes in my air fryer. It fits my air fryer perfectly. Guess I want to do sheet pan veggies in the air fryer. And I got it at Macy's. Got it at Macy's. And so, yeah, I just put some foil to line it. Easy, easy peasy. We're not gonna have any heavy duty cleanup over here. So y'all drop in the comments. Do y'all want to put the bowls together first, the Tex-Mex bowls, or do you want to do the sheet pan nachos first? Drop in the comments and let me know. Gen X Effect, welcome back. I saw you earlier and yesterday. Thank you for joining us, Gen X Effects. I saw you yesterday I watched back my content and I saw that I did not acknowledge you. So thank you for joining me and not holding that against me. So the sheet pan nachos, I've got, okay, Brenda says do the bowls first. Okay. So this is my take on Taco Tuesday because I didn't have any taco shells. So we just went with what we had. Because why would it not work? Y'all, right? As long as we're pushing high protein, low carb, and high fiber, it's a win. It's a win. Welcome back, Brenda Huckabee. Brenda Huckabee said, let's get it going, KendyK. I know that's right. Thank y'all for joining me, and I appreciate you all who hit that like button, came right on in and hit the like button. That helps with the engagement. Okay, now we're ready. So y'all, for extra dose of veggies here, I'm adding some just steamed corn that I just steamed in the microwave. Cooks in the bag. This is like a buck, y'all, from Bird's Eye. Why not? Why not? So I'm definitely going to be putting the corn in my bowls. And if I wanted to, I could put the corn in my sheet pan nachos too. Appreciate y'all joining me for this live stream. I am so excited. Okay, so I'm intentionally using my Quest protein chips, and y'all, I love the salsa verde. I love the salsa verde flavor. Drop in the comments and thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate you all. The salsa verde, and y'all, plus these Quest protein chips, they give you 19 grams of protein, 4 net carbs, and they're a baked chip. So let me scoot y'all over. Let me scoot everything over a little bit. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. So we're gonna spread our little chips out. These salsa verde chips, I'm gonna taste one and make sure they're fresh. I'm glad I remembered to line that pan, because once I do the sheet pan nachos, yeah, these chips are delicious. Drop your favorite flavor though. If you like other flavors of the Quest protein chips, I love salsa verde, but drop your favorite flavor in the chat for me. Gen X effects, it don't matter to me. It's all going in the same place. It's all going to end up in the same place. You said it all, my friend. You said it all. These are our sheet pan nachos. So y'all, when I tell you I'm using what I have, I'm using what I have. This is some Italian style cheese, but it's all the cheese that I have for Taco Tuesday. So we're going to use what we have. I'm going to put the cheese down first so that all my fixings will stick. Everything else that I put on top of these nachos. Is that enough cheese? Or do we need more cheese, please? Y'all like a lot of meat or a little? I need all the protein I can get, friends. So, and then for another boost of proteins, I'm going to add some black beans here. Black bean on the loose, black bean on the loose. So I'm going to make a couple of, in addition to these sheet pan nachos, I'm going to do a couple of Tex-Mex bowls that will kind of, I'm just going to meal prep them now. And this, I'll use up the whole pound of meat, ground beef. So I already have my 3-color bell peppers. They were already diced and put into my taco meat and my diced onions. But I want to maybe add a few green onions to the top of this, and I meal prepped these green onions earlier today during my lunch hour. Did y'all know I had that live stream earlier today during my lunch hour? Yep, I sure did. I sure did. So y'all, I do have, let's go ahead and let's top this thing with a little bit more. Make everything be all ooey and gooey together when we pop it in the oven. And friend, I got a few jalapenos. And y'all, to me, it's more about the juice. Let's down here and add the rest of that juice. And the jalapenos, let's go on and add them in there for the bowls. This is, what do you think? I think this is gonna be something nice, y'all. I think this is gonna be something nice. So I'm just taking a little bit of my chunky salsa here. And I can add a little bit more. When this comes out of the oven, let's add some freshly diced. I diced these over my lunch hour. During my live stream meal prep. Okay. A little more cheese, please. Cheese is what's gonna pull this thing all together. So that's our sheet pan nachos. The oven is heating up. So I'm just gonna move that to the back. And let's go ahead and do our 2 bowls or Tex-Mex bowls. Now, if I had a different protein, I would use it. But I don't, so we're gonna use what we have. Yep. Might as well use what we have. This meat is already warm, so all we really have to do, y'all, is just melt the cheese, warm the nacho chips. Thank you for the hearts. Oh, thank you, Debbie Sue. I appreciate you. So, friends, we're going to go in with our bowls. And I'm going to use the rest of this taco meat. I've already seasoned the taco meat. Season it to your liking. Or I always buy that, the little can, because you get more servings out of it. You can use it a whole bunch of times. And yeah, I don't add, when I'm using taco seasoning like that in the packets or in the little, in the little package you can get for $1. I don't add any additional salt because that stuff is full of sodium. Oh, y'all, this is working out perfect. This is working out perfectly. Sometimes it just works perfect, and that's confirmation that you came up with the right meal for a Tuesday. Y'all keep an eye out because there is one fly that got up in here. Came up in here through the garage door. You know I can't stand that. So here we are. I'm going to pull this over just a bit so my people can see what we got going on over here. Make sure everything is cooled off well enough. So I'm making 2 Tex-Mex bowls with what remains of the taco meat. And when I finish these bowls, I will pop our sheet pan nachos in, and the meat is already warm, so all that we have to do is melt the cheese and give the chips the slightest warming, just to bring it all together as a dish. And friends, I'm just going in with let's put some black beans on these bowls. So these bowls are going to go in the fridge. At least one of them. I might even put one in the freezer. But probably, something tells me these are going to be good. And this was a whole can of black beans. So I put some on my sheet pan nachos. And I'm going to use the rest. In these Tex-Mex bowls, because high protein. And y'all, these were canned black beans, and what I did was I rinsed them off. I drained all of the liquid off of those beans because that liquid is full of sodium, and I rinsed them too. I want the protein, not the sodium, if you know what I mean. So we're going to meal prep our bowls. How we looking, y'all? I've got the taco meat at the bottom. Added some black beans, and now I'm just going in here with some corn. Oh, y'all, we forgot the cheese in the Tex-Mex bowls. So then when I reheat these, y'all, we just reheat them. Meal prep is in full effect. We're just gonna reheat these and add our salsa or pico de gallo. Avocado would be good in here. I don't have any. These are our green onions that I chopped up earlier. You can add a few parsley flakes for color. That would be good as well. Nothing wrong with it. Use what you have. What you don't have, nobody will know. Because it's all going down in the same place. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. Vote of confidence. So I know that those black beans are going to give me a really good dose of fiber and protein. I am going to have some carbs in this meal because of the chips in the sheet pan nachos, the nacho chips, and the corn in the bowls. But that's okay. Because, y'all, I have a bit of salad left, bag salad. So I will save that to add a little bit to the top of my sheet pan nachos because that'll give me another boost of fiber for good digestion. And then I'll use the rest when I eat both of these bowls. So these are they, y'all. What do you think? KendyK's Tex-Mex bowls ready for meal prepping. All I need to do is add salsa to them once I warm them and lettuce for my bag salad. So we should be good to go. Yeah, I'm gonna pull y'all back just a bit, so that we can get these sheet pan nachos into the oven. And the oven is warming. So we can have a little time to chit chat. This is KendyK all day. Hey y'all, hey. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I appreciate you. It's KendyK all day. We are over here having sheet pan veggies. And I also meal prepped a couple of bowls. Our nachos are in the oven baking. And KendyK is sitting here watching her nachos because I don't want them to burn. Hey, Tristas of Twan. Friend, we are doing sheet pan nachos. And I meal prepped 2 Tex-Mex bowls, KendyK style. Welcome in, Vicky. Welcome in, Brenda. So this is KendyK's version of Taco Tuesday. Gen X Effect says need more chips, more cheese, more meat. So I am using the Quest protein chips in the salsa verde. Salsa verde is my favorite. If you like the Quest chips, I love them because of the boost of protein in them, and they're baked, not fried. They're a baked chip, and they are excellent. And I've tried the other flavors, some of the other flavors. There are a lot of flavors. Tried the others, but this by far and wide is my favorite, the salsa verde. Thank you for the hearts. So y'all, I'm sitting here just waiting for my cheese tomato on my sheet pan nachos. Friend, I feel like when they come out, I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit more corn on the nachos. I wasn't planning to use corn on the nachos, but why not? Right? And I'm gonna add some lettuce because I have some back salad. I'm gonna add some lettuce to it. So welcome in, friends. It's KendyK all day. And those are my Tex-Mex bowls. These are they. I've got taco meat at the bottom, seasoned taco meat at the bottom. I've got black beans. I've got corn. I've got green onions. I've got 3-color bell peppers plus green bell peppers, onions, and I've got fresh green onions on top and lots of cheese. So protein all around, fiber all around. Yes. Well, Twan, friend, you gotta get on in here as soon as you get the notification, friend. Got taco meat on the bottom, black beans, cheese, please, more cheese, please. You got plenty of cheese here. That's an extra boost of protein, and y'all, cheese is also very salty, so be mindful of that. Didn't have any yellow cheese, but I'm using what I have. I'm using what I do have. And friends, so I will reserve, in this case, I am reserving, and I made 2 bowls using all of that 1 pound of taco meat. The rest of the taco meat went into my sheet pan nachos. So when I eat my bowls throughout the week, for the rest of this week, I can add salsa, I can add guacamole, and I could add, I'm pretty sure because I don't even have any sour cream, I will just use Greek yogurt in lieu of sour cream. I know what we can do. Y'all, let me take a peek. Let me take a peek. Whoa. Y'all, something special is happening in there. Yeah, pushing high protein, high fiber, and not no carbs. You need to have a balanced diet. Y'all know I'm on my weight loss journey, but still a lot to learn and many miles to go. But I'm learning. I'm learning. Let's add a few parsley flakes for color. Let's add a few parsley flakes for color. Okay, now friends, give me just one moment. I'm gonna move y'all to the side so I can get our move y'all out of the way. I don't want anybody to get burned, including myself. All right, I can smell our sheet pan nachos. There they are. Sheet pan nachos. Beef sheet pan nachos. But you can use any protein that you want. You can use steak. You can use grilled chicken. You can use any one that you want. Let me turn off the stove here. The oven. Thank y'all for joining me. So I'm just going to put a lid on these. And these are going, the bowls, the 2 bowls that I made, they are going in the refrigerator for meals later in the week. But it's going down with my sheet pan nachos. So I'm just going to take some of this everything chopped salad, that has green leaf lettuce, broccoli stalks, red and Savoy cabbage, carrots, green onions, just goodness. So we're just gonna go in with a little bit of that. Because we need fiber. More fiber. Give KendyK more fiber in her diet. Yes, Lord. I'm gonna go in with some. Wish I had some pico de gallo, but this salsa, chunky salsa, it'll do the trick. It will do the trick, trust me. Y'all, thank you for the food. Lord, let it be nourishment for my body. In Jesus' name. Ooh, y'all, that's hot. Why y'all let me pick that up? It's hot. Why y'all let me pick that up? It's hot. We can't let these chips go to waste, y'all. Let me have a couple more spoons. Wasn't planning to put the corn on there, but might as well. Now you are going to get a few carbs in with the corn, but it's okay. Corn in moderation. Here are my sheet pan nachos. Made with Quest. 19-gram protein chips. Tortilla chips. Okay, friends, let me go in. I want everything on here. Y'all know I got the cheese all the way through there. Oh my gosh. It's something about cheese melted and bringing all that thing together. It just does that thing right, y'all. Thank you, Jackie D. McKeever. How are you, friend? Yeah, I'm trying not to be greedy and going here with my hands, but isn't that how you're supposed to eat nachos? We call any nacho with meat. Me and my people call that a macho nacho. If it has meat on it, we call it a macho nacho. I'm trying not to be greedy. I'm trying not to be greedy, y'all, but I gotta taste. Thank you, Jesus. Jackie D. people say, girl, if you don't eat, that's something I don't think I'll ever get used to. Like some people were mukbangers. Like literally, I cannot believe we're mukbangers. David Corey with Crop said, bring him some nacho. Well, David, I know for sure this is not going to travel well, so I'm going to go ahead and help myself to these, okay? I'm going to go ahead and help myself to these. Yeah, I went ahead and used everything. I threw everything in here, including some fresh chopped salad. Wasn't planning to put the corn on here, but why not? Now, if y'all weren't here watching me, I would be going straight into this with just my fingers. Okay, we got to turn the light off on the oven. Okay, now that's better. Corn is what made it, amen. Amen and made. You said corn is what really finished them sheet pan nachos off? I think you're right. I think you're right. Y'all check out David Corey with Crop. He's an urban farmer down in the deep Dallas, of course. Y'all check out Pound Cake Experts, y'all. You can check out Pound Cake Experts, featured vendor at the, oh, I can't think of it. Is it the Texas Rangers? Is that the minor league team, minor league baseball team? Don't quote me, y'all. I'll give you the information for Pound Cake Experts. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Y'all, rice would have been good, but I wanted to control my carbs. Rice would have been good, and I'll tell you what, mom of three boys, said, KendyK, this is where you need to pull out your riced cauliflower because you know KendyK loves to substitute. Swap out the rice, especially the white rice, and swap in brown rice and or riced cauliflower. David Corey Crop, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. Thank you for making me laugh. Y'all, here is our protein bowl. How much sodium is in the salsa verde chips? Well, what did I do with the bag? What did I do with the chip bag? So that's why I didn't add any sodium to my sodium. 300 milligrams, and that's really not that bad. Your daily intake of sodium should be somewhere minimum 1,500. Well, there is no minimum, but I remember my mom's primary care physician told us that she is someone who, like me, needs to watch their blood pressure. But thank God, now that I'm on my weight loss journey, blood pressure, it was actually very controlled before I started taking the GLP-1s that bound. So, yeah, I'm looking at this little individual package though. And it said that one serving, and this is one serving, is 300 milligrams of sodium. And that's not bad because these are baked. These are not fried. These are baked. And they are delicious. Salsa verde is my favorite. If you have a favorite yourself, you're fine. You're fine, friend. We get it. Thank y'all for being here. And y'all, 2,000 milligrams of sodium is the max per day for all your eating for the day. So to get 300 out of this meal is not bad at all for sodium. The only other sodium that I have in this meal is from the taco seasoning. That's why I didn't add any other sodium to this thing. I think that's where we go wrong. We just start loading up sodium. Haven't even tasted something. These are great questions. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and y'all, if all hearts and minds are clear, KendyK is going to go ahead and finish her sheet pan nachos. Y'all, this is what you talking about good. What you talking about good. And yes, I did go ahead and put some bag salad on here to up that fiber. So that we can ensure that digestion is complete. Sheet pan nachos, a la KendyK, all day. Y'all, I love y'all for life. Thank y'all for joining me. This is KendyK. Goodbye for now. Well, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From Memphis to the Northwest wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. KendyK all day. Morning like coffee in hand. Making moves with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. Uh-oh, I see that fly is out, y'all. I'm going. And no fly gonna eat my food. From meal preps to dreams that play, we glow up in our own. Take good care.